buy in May and go away, friends. It might just come down to that. How are you doing today? I want to show you this postie from Uncle Bobby, our favorite uncle. He made this postie. Is this like a COVID scare, shakeout, or in stocks? It's a poll here. Yes, up only 64%. No, long bear market 36%. So I'm wondering why he's doing this type of poll. It could be, friends, just to let you know, just so transparent, everyone knows, right? So that everybody got shaken up in the crypto industry. Ivan, everyone. It's because Uncle Bobby is a full cycle player, but he sold 1/3 on this this tariff move. He sold 1/3 out. And it was about, I think the BTC price was under 80K. It was like 79K. And then through the weekend, it hits 85K. So, like, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like, of course, with Uncle Bobby, he just is explained. He goes, look, I'm just managing downside risk. I've just got to do this. It's just part of my plan. But I want you to have an appreciation. While that was happening, okay, literally, as it was sinking down into oblivion, I was saying in the midst of that deep, deep, deep red candle, when we were like all the way down, friends, like 73, 74K, I was saying, look, I'm just being honest. I saw Uncle Bobby's reason for selling, and I explained it here for you, friends. Remember, I went through the tweet, and I got a hint that he's just a bit anti-Trump. I have a hint that the administration talk and like the tariff talk was more like Trump's a delusional lunatic from his perspective, and that's kind of like making him more bearish on the outlook going forward. And I sat there thinking like, man, it's a believer cycle, which I know means nothing quantitatively. Okay, I just feel like it's a believer cycle. I believe in my heart. Literally, David versus Goliath. Actually, there's like 6 Goliaths, what it feels like. Yeah, okay, Goliath's huge, but guess what? I got Spoony as well. I got Spoony! That's what I feel like as well. Plus, the weekly super trend was still green, even though it was hanging by the hair of its chinny chin all the way down here. So, like, it doesn't mean it's always going to work, but it came down. It felt like one of those moments, David versus multiple Goliath moments, where, so see, friends, if you hang around this game long enough, there's always something that psychs people out a bit. There's always something. I only held out because I saw business ISM. It had never gone above 52. In my mind, I was like, man, it never even faked out. It's so low. I just have to be bullish and long still, even though it looks and feels like it's over. Also, this guy named Random Elite Don, you sold the bottom. So, man, it's even Uncle Bobby even said, he goes, hey, all right, make a joke out of me. I sold the bottom. But like, it is, friends, it's tough. This game is tough because eventually they by the market demons, eventually they find a way to get you. They do find a way to get you. It must really mean like people are they got a lot of PTSD last cycle. And look, I want to show you something as well. Uncle Bobby using his monthly candle moving averages. Uncle Bobby was like the rest of us, believed that Bitcoin 180K was coming. Then when this came here, Bitcoin went down here. It was under the moving average. He sold at 42K. He pretty much sold at 42K. And then it continued going down. So that's what is going through your mind and my mind and everyone's mind. So you're like, whoa, the last time Uncle Bobby sold when something went below like a moving average part, that's what came next. A huge move came next. That's why you even notice everybody who sold, friends, with him, like our great friend Ivan Atek and everyone else, everyone's bids are around 50 to 70K. So 60 to 65K. Everyone wants to like buy back in here. But what I've shown you, like, man, from the weekly super trend, if Bitcoin got to 65K, I don't think you want it. I just don't think you want it. I don't think you want it for like a medium term. You probably get it. You probably take it and then like sell back 74 and wait, because that will be a weekly super trend flipping red, right? So hopefully we don't get that, and hopefully there's good things to come. But I wanted to show you this is what's been going on out here. Let's check out some comments. Shah. We love you, Shah. Based on Bobby's charting and his 2 arrows, the candle we see today maybe references the first candle that's not pointed to in 2019, and we get a slow grind up and retest. Then another black swan similar to the event of zombie virus. So maybe, okay, maybe. Actually, this part. So that's what he's actually talking about, friends. That's why it's very similar. Do you want to know something? Do you know Trump did tariffs back then in that exact same period as well? Actually, I'll show you the chart he's talking about on the stock market, S&P 500, which is right here. It is, if you come back, it's this part. What happened, friends? This was crypto. This is Bitcoin crashing down to 3K. Actually, when I came into crypto, it was here. Yeah. And then Jay Powell came out on Christmas Eve and he cut rates. He said, that's it, no more hiking rates. He cut rates. This was Trump. Trump was doing China tariff stuff here. We went and ended up going down, and then we had the recovery, right? Then zombie virus came out to just wipe everybody out. But that was pretty much it, what came up here. This 2019 move, this is what gave Bitcoin its recovery back to 13K, and then it went sideways forever until this was a complacency run, right? And then we eventually came back down. So that's what Shah is referring to. He's like, maybe, yeah, so Shah, you might be right, bro. We might it could be like that again, where it goes up, right? It goes up, and yes, everyone thinks like, and there's some sort of complacency thing here, and maybe. But stock market doesn't do stuff like that. But you know what, friends? If we did do something like that, okay, you know what? You never say never. We don't know. Something we've just found out is like crypto is very clean with its cycle pricing in. It is very clean with that. It doesn't really, we're not the ones that trick people with everything, right? So we don't get like an accidental bull market when everything's going to a recession. That's the tough part when it comes to this, right? We need all the systems, the traffic lights to be green before we go up. That's traditionally crypto. And it makes sense because we're so risky. You need everything else to feel good and look good and the economy reversing and people to feel confident with their money before people step in on average. It's kind of funny, man. I love his, bro. And here's Mr. Pony picture. Jeets be Jeets. So, man, I've got to play some Pumper G music. We did Mog'em. Maybe, friends, maybe it's setting me up to be a main character. Friends, I know everyone's watching, okay? Depends how many times, whenever you see someone say believe in something, it came from me, okay? It came from me. We have Optimism, the actual Ethereum layer 2, and Lido DAO, believe in something. We had Bored Apes, right? Believe in something. I'm like, bro, who's watching to do all these? I know they're watching, man. I know they're watching. They can't. Friends, I'm literally, they can't show, you can't possibly show people me. You just can't because the price isn't high enough. That's why. That's exactly why. But the price will come high up one day. Shout out to my friend, Mr. Burritos. Mr. Burritos, I don't think there's any greater clout or glory compared to being the one who forked MakerDAO, stabilized it, and turned it over completely to the community while creating a ton of millionaires. Sir, and by the way, thank you to Mr. Matt Yeater and Mr. Hex Teddy as well. So, let's just show you, friends, okay? He's obviously talking about the PulseChain pioneer who started it all. Could be Richard Hart, could be someone else, could be nobody. Could be a fart in the wind. Could be Richard's only brother, Shane Hart. It's probably Shane Hart. Shane Hart is behind all of this. Now, because there can only be one. He said the one, being the one. There can only be one. Now, when it's coming, I appreciate this type of eloquent language because when you write it like that, it hits differently. It's not just like, oh, I'm doing a thing and I'm handing out money. That's how people say it. That's your one-dimensional view, right? But I like looking at it like this. There is great glory to do that, man. There is, friends. Like, people, you got to have this image of Christopher Columbus conquering this stuff. We don't have this in crypto. We literally don't have it. So if you come out and say, hey, I want to make a meme coin, it's not a frog, it's not a dog. It's a dog frog. Now, it's exciting for a bit. But then you're like, hey, what about a cat frog tomorrow? What about a turtle frog tomorrow? You know what I mean? It's memes and mixing and matching and Frankensteining stuff. Okay, that's in one camp. That's meme coin super cycle stuff. All right, what about the world's first native decentralized stablecoin that started near zero, went up to $1, and then autopiloted like a plane at $1? What about that? We've never seen anything like that. Literally never. We have nothing to compare that to. You don't even know how they go. Just like early Bitcoin, by the way. Just like early Ethereum, early XRP, early Doge. Nothing. You literally have nothing to compare it to. The stories are intense, but man. So it is a first cycle unicorn advantage. And by the way, even if pDAI doesn't make it, even if it does, it doesn't stop the fact that there is an overwhelmingly large amount of people who are coming in. This narrative grips them. I don't know why. Man, friends, I was literally getting a message from Dilly messaging me on WhatsApp. He's looked through 100 coins. He's like, do you think pDAI can get to $1? He said this to me a year and a half ago. And I made a video. I was like, okay, that is really, really, really weird how my crypto friends, okay, but not really crypto native, not 24/7, you know, maybe check it once every 2 weeks, okay? They're just stuck to this one. And I wasn't even paying attention that much. It's just like another one of lotteries. But then over time, it proved itself to me. I'm like, man, this they're not asking about, hey, what about this? What about that? It's just, it's that. There's the pDAI, then there's the memes. And the pDAI, then the meme. I'm just looking at this. There's something about this, man. They just keep talking about it, asking about it. Every time we go on Twitter Spaces, one of you very gently say, hey, my real estate agent broker, he came into crypto just for pDAI, okay? One of you said, like, literally, your dentist is in. My dentist is in XRP, by the way. So it is funny, man. He's been in XRP for a while. Yeah, friends, it's funny. I saw someone shitting over crypto Twitter. They're the biggest cucks there, man. We make it cool, but there's just so many people there. You just see they're having their own little like circle jerk stuff. Like, it's just, there's a bunch of people who just want to sound smart, and they just cope when something goes up without them. They cope so hard. When XRP went up, oh my God. It's just one little circle jerk. By the way, Ethereum used to be the biggest amount of contributing to that. Not anymore now. Now they've been circle jerked out, right? They actually had to went to their own shitty little fart caster, which is funny. And speaking of Ethereum friends, looking from Jasper, the friendly ghost. If I told you there was a moment when Ethereum reduced issuance nearly 80%, cut costs to operate massively, less forced sellers, and achieve the 5-year development goal perfectly, would you believe it marked the start of the bear trend? Perhaps issuance isn't everything. So this is ETH BTC. Look at that. It was at 0.0 pretty much 8, and then everything went back down here. So it's the business cycle, my friends, okay? It's literally the business cycle. Warfield, since the merge, it did a turbo run to the south. Absolutely true. Yes. Yes, it is, friends. So tokenomics can't do anything, okay? It's the business cycle. It comes down to the business cycle. That's ISM. We've seen this. We've gone through this plenty of times. It's that business ISM, right? So that's why Ethereum, friends, its real cuckery started here. That's when, actually 2023, it was like still low. It was ready to go up here. March 2024. Even if you look at it, it was ready to go. Check it out here. If you check out March 2024, my gosh, ETH BTC. Man, are we serious? Wow. I can't. Dude, was ETH BTC at 0.055 just a year ago? Oh my God. Man, it was ready to go, friends. Do another 120% rally up to 0.1. Business ISM cycle cucked us. Hopefully, it uncucks us. But first, we have to get ourselves out of that room. Don't look back at that hotel cuck chair. Get spoony, and we're going to take on those Goliaths. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.